I've got to shout out Carissa and Jen though, because they have been like working their little heinies off. If you haven't noticed, they're always plugging away at the pole, and they've been using Zoom to do power hours together. And I'm just really, they push me, and I like that is just wonderful. So I'm extremely proud of you guys for that, and also thankful because you're pushing me as well. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I created our May marketing calendar, and I want to make sure that I give myself time to also talk about the new products that are being launched this summer that were talked about at Super Saturday. Trying to move things around a little bit here. So as always, our team call is at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. National Wake Up Call is always at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. And on Thursday, I really want you to make sure, if you need to write this down in your calendar, please do. Every Thursday, Christy has been posting in our team page, requesting for you to just fill out the poll, sharing what your monthly or your weekly income was, and then giving a little blurb about what that money means to you and your family this week. This is an awesome way for you to share and reflect on what you're doing with the income. Like it's actually been kind of nice for me to actually think about, like, what is this money doing for me and my family this week? Like, not just expecting to see money deposited, but going in and being intentional and checking, like, what was my income and what am I going to do with the income? It's also been a little eye-opening for me to realize that I don't always have a place for the money to go, which is such a blessing because it means that I don't need it. I'm not relying on it. Now, if I didn't have this income, I would have every single dollar allocated every month because I would be in need of the dollars. But since I have it, I have an ability to create a savings account, which has been a blessing that I didn't necessarily acknowledge before she started doing that post. But I would like for you to make sure that on Thursdays, you're going into the team page, you're being intentional, checking to see what your weekly income is, filling out the poll, which is so easy. You're just clicking a button that she's created for you, and then just writing up a blurb. And one week I made a graphic for everybody to share on Instagram stories. One week Kayla made one, and they've been awesome. And it's just been really nice to be able to talk about, like, it's very easy for us to talk about the fact that we make money with this business, but to actually attach something of value. Money does not equate value to a lot of people. Money, but being able to buy my kids a water slide equates value to me. So being able to buy, Linnea bought her daughter a Flower Girl dress with her income one week. Like, being able to do those things creates value to people, especially people that are outside the business. So just be intentional about going in and checking your income on Thursdays and then filling that out and then sharing it at some point. I think I actually put on here for you to share your income on, I don't know, we'll get to it, I guess. Maybe it was on a Wednesday or something. But our marketing calendar this month looks a lot like last month because coronavirus is still a big thing. But I did move some things around and I did add some things. So you'll notice that, again, every Friday is a display the goods day. What I mean when I say display the goods is I want you to talk about the things that we have to offer. We're really good about talking about our challenge groups. We're pretty good about talking about Shakeology. I think we're better at talking about workouts and challenge groups. So I really want to push you outside your comfort zone and encourage you to talk about things outside the norm. So on Friday the 1st, I'm telling you to talk about the benefits of grab-and-go healthy snacks. Those snacks could include Shakeology. They could include Daily Sunshine for your kids. They could include beach bars. They could include, Christy's done a really great job lately of sharing Power Greens, and she doesn't add it to her shake. She's adding it to a sparkling water that she drinks, and she talks about how good it tastes. And actually, I've never purchased Power Greens, and I'm thinking about trying them because she's done such a good job talking about them. Every single Saturday, I want it to be a sunshine Saturday. I was really thinking about, I don't want us to do Motivational Monday because I feel like that's such a cliche thing, right? But I think that this is a perfect opportunity for us to be the ray of sunshine that we all naturally are because of how we look at life, because of how we make sure that our mindset is focused on growth all the time. And so right now, our world needs that ray of sunshine, and it's our job to be the ray of sunshine. So every single Saturday in the month of May, I want you to figure out some way to be the light, be the ray of sunshine, share inspiration, motivation, positivity. Maybe it's something that you've learned from your personal development. Maybe it's just a cool quote that you've seen or a funny meme that you've seen. I really just want you to build connection and community and positivity through your post on Saturday. I don't believe weekends are a great time for us to be posting a lot of calls to action or things like that, because most people are really busy on the weekends and they're just scrolling. They're not necessarily stopping to read your story or your transformation post or anything like that. But I still think it's important for us to show up. So Saturdays are going to be sunshine Saturdays. It's going to be our job to shine our lights in the world. Sundays, we're going to share things. We're going to add value to our following and to our communities. On the 3rd, we're going to share how simple nutrition like Shakeology or the Beach Bars is helping us specifically during the coronavirus. For me, being home all day and preparing meals all day long, it is so nice to have Shakeology be my lunch. It is so nice to be able to pack my kids' lunch boxes because that's what they like me to do. Since we're home, they still like to pretend it's school. So I'm packing their lunch boxes just as I would if we were going to school. And then for me, I'm just making a shake. It just makes life easier, and I know I'm getting what I need, and I'm avoiding like just eating chips and dip or something like that, because if you know me, chips and dip are my like nemesis, and I would eat that for lunch if I didn't have something else easy. Every single Monday, you're going to send 10 invites to your current challenge group. I know 10 sounds like a lot, but you can do it. You are talking to people every day. You are connecting with people every day. People are liking your posts. They're commenting on them. There is plenty opportunity for you to do 10. If you can do more than 10, I encourage you to do more than 10. Every single Tuesday, I want you to share a recipe. This is something that I've started doing on my personal Facebook page since coronavirus has become an issue. And it has really, really opened up a lot of conversations for me. I have shared things that aren't necessarily the healthiest, but they are definitely doable right now, because if you've been to the grocery store or you've done grocery pickup, you know that a lot of the things that are normally on our list aren't available. The other day I went to pick up groceries and they couldn't give me zucchini or cucumbers or eggs or anything like that. And I was like, who in the world is buying all this zucchini right now? Like, we're in the middle of coronavirus, a pandemic, and I can't get freaking zucchini? You kidding me? But I couldn't. So just think of ways that, like, again, you can add value to people. So yeah, maybe the Thanksgiving crock pot meal has a can of condensed soup in it, which probably has more sodium than we need, and probably, you know, isn't completely natural or organic or real food or found in nature, God created, however you want to look at it. But it's something that almost everybody can find on their shelves right now or already has in their pantry. And so it's helping people. Like 8 people shared that recipe onto their own personal Facebook pages the day I shared that. So share a recipe of some sort. It could even be something as simple as your Shakeology bars. I haven't shared those recently, and I was thinking about sharing them. Another really popular one that I shared recently was our pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. I just made a double batch of those on Sunday because Carson requested them. So just think about the things that, like, that's stuff that I keep in my pantry. Almond butter, pumpkin puree, chocolate chips, those are all things I keep. So that was an easy thing for me to make. On Wednesdays, you're also going to send 10 invitations. So that means between Monday and Wednesday, you've invited at least 20 people. If you decide that 10, 2 days a week is too much for you, then you can split it up and you can do 5 every day. But at least 20 people a week should be invited to your challenge group. Then on every Thursday, we're going to follow up. So on Thursdays, we typically post about payday, right? So I'm not going to give you some other topic or subject to kind of talk about that day. Instead, I think you should focus your attention on what you're doing with your income and following up with all the people that you talked to on Monday and Wednesday that week. Again, on Friday, you're going to display the goods. So this is the time to show off what we have to offer. On the 8th, you're going to share the nutrition plan that you're following. So maybe you follow the Ultimate Portion Fix. Maybe you follow To Be Mindset. Maybe you're doing Shift Shop and you're following carb cycling. Whatever it is that you're following, talk about it and talk about how it's impacting your body or how it makes life easier. For me, the portion control, color-coded containers makes life easy. Every morning when I'm measuring out my strawberries and my yogurt and my granola, it all goes in the cups before it goes in the bowl. On the 10th, we're going to add value again. We're going to share how we are meal prepping during the coronavirus. Again, I think it's really important for us to keep in mind that a lot of the things we've always done can't be done right now because of what's going on in our world. So that doesn't mean we completely give up. It just means maybe we look at things differently. For example, we're eating a lot of celery in my house because other vegetables aren't easy to find right now. I don't know why, but apparently everyone decided to get healthy right now. But we're eating a lot of celery and we're eating a lot of peanut butter and things like that, or cream cheese on it. So talk about that. Talk about how you're prepping. Go to the strawberry fields, pick strawberries, and prep the strawberries when you get home. That kind of thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the same. Thursday's the same. On the 15th, which is a Friday, you are going to share the options that we have thanks to Beachbody On Demand. So don't just talk about the program you're currently working on. Talk about the variety that we have through Beachbody On Demand. Again, I know I've shared before, Bar Blend wasn't my cup of tea, but I talked about it a lot because it was really like, some people love bar and some people like really connected with it. And just because I don't doesn't mean I shouldn't talk about it. I was able to connect a lot of people with that program, even though I didn't purchase it myself, because they connected with it and I at least let them know that we had it available. Think about all the things we have available right now. I just finished 10 rounds today. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to kind of do some different types of workouts so that I can share the different types of things we have on Beachbody On Demand, because I want to be able to talk about the variety with people. Like, some people like to go to the gym and do Zumba on Mondays and yoga on Wednesdays and boot camp on Thursdays. And we want to show them we have all those options right here in a digital media. Then on the 17th, which is a Sunday again, because of course on Saturdays we're being our rays of sunshine, we're going to talk about how our team is keeping us sane right now. Like, how does this community that we've created within our team page and also within our challenge groups and accountability groups, how is this helping us? How is it keeping us uplifted? Think of the things that show up in your newsfeed right now because of who you're connected to. So, like, I see my friends sometimes from school complaining about all the negativity and political stuff on Facebook. I don't see very much of that on my Facebook. Maybe it's because I don't spend a lot of time scrolling, but I think it's mostly because I surround myself with you guys. It's because I surround myself with people who choose to be positive and optimistic, and we're focusing on the silver lining in things, whereas other people are focusing on, the glass half empty. So think about how being a part of this team is helping you right now to cope with everything going on in our world. And then on the 22nd, We're going to display the goods again. So what I want you to do on the 22nd is I want you to ask in your accountability group for people to share their wins. What are people doing that, or what are people celebrating this week? What do people love most about the accountability group? What do people love most about Beachbody On Demand? What's their favorite thing about Shakeology? Let them comment all on this thread, and then you can just copy and paste what they say into a post. You can literally take like 6 comments that people make. You don't have to put their names with it, and share it in a post, and then say, this is what people are saying in my group right now. This is why I can show up every day, even when it's hard, even when everyone's wearing a mask at the grocery store, and even when I go pick up my grocery order and there's 25 things that weren't available, and even when I'm out of work still, or, think of all the things that people are struggling with right now, and try to focus on a couple wins and share those wins, not just your wins, people's wins that maybe aren't even coaches, because we need to show everybody that this is something that not just my coaches, not just my team celebrates things right now, but other people are finding the silver lining in all of this as well. On the 24th, you're going to share how you're coping with our current situation using Beachbody. So what are some things that Beachbody provides you with? What are some resources or tools that Beachbody provides to us that are helping us to get through this unknown, this uncharted territory that we're in? On the 29th, you're going to share the benefits of grab-and-go healthy snacks for you and your family. I know we already did that on the 1st, but I think this is so important right now. I really do. I think that so many people are feeling stressed about having to prepare 3 meals a day at home, and not knowing if they, like right now, one of the memes that I keep seeing is, you're not spending any money on gas, you're not spending any money on clothing or anything like that, or on, travel or vacation, but you're spending like $300 a week on groceries. I've seen this thing going around, like we're all spending much more money at the grocery store right now than we're used to. I know the other day when I was filling up my online grocery cart, I was like, holy cow, this is almost $200. But we're eating it because we're home. So I've gone from making 1 meal a day at home to 3 meals a day at home. So you got to be thinking about that. So I think it's important to talk about the fact that your kids have a beach bar for breakfast instead of you making waffles or pancakes or eggs or bowls of cereal, whatever. And it's so nice that it shows up on your doorstep. I think that's something right now that is just really beneficial to talk about. And then on the 31st, I thought it would be really great to talk about how Energize or something like focused energy is benefiting you right now. I know for me, I think it's stress related. I think that it's anxiety related, but I am struggling so much with sleep, so much. I am not sleeping through the night. I am up until like midnight, and then I'm up again at from 3 to 4. And then I'm so tired during the day. So I'm definitely enjoying Energize and focused energy more because it's helping me to get through the day. I mean, there have been days in the past week, like even today I took a nap. And one day last week I took a nap with Laurel. I just can't help it right now. I'm not getting enough sleep. And I'm sure that if we're struggling with that, other people are struggling with that too. So you could talk about that. If you look over on the side, every month I try to give you guys something that you may not realize it, but we have so much training in our Google Drive. And so every month I'm trying to pull from the Google Drive and give you something that's already been created for you, but something that maybe you've forgotten about, or maybe you weren't here when we went over it the first time, or just like a gentle reminder. And right now, I think that a lot of us feel like we don't really know what to talk about because it's an awkward time. We don't want to be the person who's saying like, you should enjoy this, when we know there are people home not making any money right now, or there are people worried about where their next paycheck's coming from, or where their groceries are going to come from, or that kind of thing. So I wanted to go back to something that I trained you on months ago, or gosh, it may have even been a year ago at this point, about making your mess your message. Remember that you don't have to be perfect in order to share your journey. In fact, I would encourage you to share the imperfect pieces, because when people look at you and they think that you've got it all together, sometimes that makes you unapproachable. Sometimes it makes you slightly intimidating to them. So I really want to encourage you to show that your life is not perfect. I'm not saying you need to air your dirty laundry. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is just let people know that you're human. You mess up, you make mistakes. The other day, Christy made a comment. I don't even know if it was on her stories or in a Facebook post or what, but she said she ate 13 Oreos in one day. And I was like, it's not just me. Because when I see Christy, I see this person who is so good at meal planning and so good at meal prepping. And I just think she's got all her nutrition-ish together. And I sometimes feel like I just can't do that. I suck at it. And when she shared that, I was like, okay, I don't feel so bad now. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to get out the color-coded containers and I'm going to get back on track. And how many other people maybe felt the same way when she shared that? So a couple things about making your mess your message. Use those old negative habits or negative ways that you used to do things to inspire new motivating posts. So maybe you used to be the girl who you'd wake up in the morning and, oh my gosh, I'll admit, I used to be the girl that would like wake up in the morning and there'd be popsicles and I'd eat a popsicle for breakfast. Or like I would eat like 3 bowls of Captain Crunch because it's yummy, not because I was hungry, but it just because it tasted good, right? So use those old habits to talk about them now. Talk about how things have changed, or talk about the fact that you're really stressed right now and you really want a bowl of cereal, but you're not going to do it because you know better. And talk about what you'll do instead. Add value to people's lives by sharing what you're struggling with. If you're struggling with anxiety right now, like 95% of America is also struggling with that. They may not know it, they may not have labeled it, and they may not be on medication for it, but I guarantee you most of America is struggling with that right now, or stress of some sort, right? Add value, I'm sorry, I already said that. Share what you're reading in your devotional or in your personal development. I think this is huge. So many, like for us, personal development comes natural because we just know it does wonders for us, for our soul, for our mind, right? But so many people do not do any form of personal development. So many people watch the news every day, which is so disheartening and saddening on a regular basis. So many people just read the newspaper. So many people do professional development where they learn, how to be a better classroom teacher, or I don't know, how to sell more mattresses or something, but they don't necessarily do personal development. And personal development is what makes us stronger. So if we get something out of a book or a podcast or something that we're doing, then why not pay it forward? That's free content that we're being able to pass on and maybe inspire somebody or motivate somebody. It never has to be perfect. Life is not perfect, but it is pretty amazing. Like right now, distance teaching is like sucking the love of teaching out of me, because I don't get the little moments that I absolutely adore about being in the classroom. I don't get the hugs. I don't get the high fives. I miss being in my classroom with my kids. However, it's pretty darn amazing to be at home with my babies. So yeah, I miss my big kids, but I'm really relishing in these moments I'm having with my babies at home. So talk about that. It's not perfect right now. I hate the fact that I have to say to my kids, Mommy can't play right now, I have to teach. Or Mommy can't play right now, I have to respond to these emails and then I'll come play with you. But at the end of the day, if I wasn't home with them, I wouldn't even be able to say that to them until like 5 o'clock at night. Think of the best excuses that we get and the most common objections that we get, and use them to fill your posts. I tried to put that into our marketing calendar this month. When you are having a hard time staying on track and being motivated, let other people know that. Let other people know that you are human too. How many of you can relate to autumn? I can't. I love her. I'm not dissing her. I love her programs. She knows what she's talking about. But as far as me like looking at her and being like, I get it, Autumn. I totally get you. That has never happened for me. It's never happened for me with Jillian Michaels. It's never like, it's just not reality. Like those people lead a very different life than I do. Now, when I look at someone like Jericho, I can relate a little bit more. She's a mom. She struggled with her postpartum body after she had her son. Like those are the things. Remember that when you're talking to people. Nobody is putting you on a pedestal except yourself. Nobody expects you to show up and be Jillian Michaels, okay? That's not what we're here to do. Talk about one thing that you can do now that you couldn't do then, before Beachbody. Share the messiest room in your house. I'm just trying to give you some ideas here. Like, golly, if you could see my kitchen sink some days, it drives me insane because I'm the type of person, if my kitchen is clean, the rest of the house can be a mess. But if the kitchen's clean, I feel like my house is under control. And lately, I can't keep the kitchen under control because of all the cooking I'm doing. So I feel like my sink is dirty while the dishwasher is running. And as soon as I unload the dishwasher, the dishes from the sink go in the dishwasher and I have to run it again. And then dinner dishes end up in the sink. It's like constant right now. Share that. Share your morning ritual. If you don't know what to share that day, share what you do every morning. Share what routines you have that are helping you. Share what your schedule is with your kids at home. Share something that your Beachbody income is allowing you to pay for this week that you would normally be stressed out about. I'm going to see how much time I have here and see what's going on in my chat box. Yeah, the laundry. Oh my gosh, Jen, I'm so glad you said that. My laundry situation, there's a load in my washer right now that I think I've washed 3 times. And I'm like, I'm home all day. Why in the world am I not able to get the laundry from the washer to the dryer, folded and put away? I don't know. But I feel like between my dishwasher and my washing machine, like they're constantly running, both of them, or at least one of them out all the time. The other thing I wanted to share was just in case anybody missed these announcements, I wanted to make sure to talk about them today because these are exciting. So coming this summer, we have several new products launching. So on June 23rd, we are going to have Salted Caramel Shakeology. Write this down. So Salted Caramel Shakeology is going to be a limited edition, just like our pumpkin spice was and our peppermint mocha. And it is going to be launched June 23rd while supplies last. I am super excited about that one. Another thing that was announced on our virtual Super Saturday is starting like VIP early access for our newest program is going to be launched on July 27th. Now, coach access will start July 7th, of course, if you make the purchase to get the program. And it's going to be MBF and MBFA. This is Megan Davies' new program, and I'm really excited about this. So she has created 2 3-week programs that you are expected to do back to back. So the first one is MBF and the second one is MBFA. So MBF is 3 weeks and then MBFA is 3 weeks. And MBF stands for Muscle Burns Fat and MBFA stands for Muscle Burns Fat Advanced. There's going to be a bod rope, which I believe is going to be kind of like the thing where Jericho does that a lot in her posts. You're only going to need dumbbells and then the rope, which is, it says it's a cordless indoor jump rope. So that is super cool. This is totally different. We're going to be building lean muscle. We're going to be burning fat, and it's going to be a full body workout set to a beat. So set to music, which has proven to be pretty popular in our recent programs. Starting in July 2020, we are also launching Beachbody Bevy, which I am so stoked about because this is a product that a lot of people ask about. This is a product that sometimes causes people to choose other companies over us because they want something easy that feels a little bit like a quick fix. This is not a quick fix. This is not going to make people lose weight, But what it is it's a tea supplement, a green tea supplement that's going to help people curb their cravings and support weight loss. And so it's going to come in 2 flavors. It's going to come in lemon and pomegranate berry. Of course, it's going to be completely natural, only 15 calories per serving. The way I think about this is, I don't know about any of you, but when we started doing 2B Mindset, I got really hooked on the completely natural powders to put in your water, because we were being asked to drink so much water, which we all know we need to be doing. But it's a struggle sometimes to just drink plain water all the time. So I found myself, I still buy the little sticks from True Lemon or True Lime, and I'm constantly putting them in my water bottle, and my kids love it too. And it's so much healthier than buying them juice boxes. This is going to be Beachbody's version of that. So the idea is that if you drink this 30 minutes, I believe, before you eat, it should help you not to consume so much, not to eat so much. But I also think it's just a really great way to have a healthy way to be getting your water in. I think that's a great way to market it. Each carton of this is going to come with 40 individual stick packs. I'm not clear on the price. They haven't shared what the cost will be yet, but super, super exciting stuff launching soon. I would definitely encourage you to start talking about these things as much as you can now. One way that I've already started talking about Bevy is not just by coming out and saying this is what's coming, but by saying something like, this is what I'm drinking. I talked about the fact that because I'm really trying to keep up my water intake right now because of being home all day and being a little more sedentary than I'm used to, I've been buying those True Lime and True Lemon packets again, and I've been mixing them in my blender bottles with 16 ounces of water. So I've actually given that tip to people in my Instagram stories. You know, if you're struggling with taking in water, try this. Like if you're someone who drinks a lot of soda or juice because you just can't stand drinking plain water all day, try this instead. And then one time I did a poll saying, wouldn't it be nice if this helped you lose weight? And the poll answers were, that'd be awesome or completely impossible. And so people were commenting saying like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Or yeah, that can't happen, because that's going to allow me to take the conversation to the next level when Bevy comes out. So I just wanted to share that. Are there any questions about anything? I'm going to share the graphic for the marketing calendar when I share the recording of this call. I do want to say that I have something fun planned for the team coming in the next week or two. So oh yes, Mixed Berry Energize comes out this month. Thank you, Blair. Do you remember what date that is? No? Okay. I can't remember either. But yes, that's launching and that's super exciting. So we'll have lemon, fruit punch, and mixed berry, which is awesome. But I do have something fun planned for the team coming soon, so be on the lookout for it and make sure you participate. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great week. And those of you that are teaching from a distance, good luck.